Could you imagine how amazing we would be at life if we were to approach all our daily obstacles the same way we would do in our favorite video games? Well, you're in luck because in today's video, I'll be breaking down that topic by using one of my favorite video games, Mega Man, to help get my point across to you. Hey, what's up you guys? I'm the Nerdy One and this is the channel where I use video games to teach you things. Now in today's video, we're going to be discussing overcoming obstacles. And to help make this video a lot more interesting and exciting, I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite gaming series, Mega Man. Now, Mega Man was a gaming series that first got me into video games. It had a very addictive gameplay loop, and I remember playing this when I was a kid. That really got me hooked on video games. So if you're excited to get started, don't forget to smash that like button and let's dive into this video. So in the video game, you play as the iconic blue hero Mega Man, who is tasked with saving the world by having to battle other robots. Now the format of Mega Man is very simple. You pick your stages, you have to go through all the obstacles, all the enemies, and at the end of the stage, you have to battle this boss. And this boss is often a really daunting task, because when you get there, you're pretty beaten down, you're not sure what to expect, and more often than not, on your first try at a boss, you are going to get wrecked. And often it takes multiple tries to actually overcome it. So when you relate this to real life, guess what? Life is just full of obstacles. Just think about it. Your work, relationships, your self-growth, finances. You know, life is just a series of obstacles stacked back to back to back. And let me tell you that many people are burnt out by this loop. And it just seems so overwhelming, so draining to have to go through all these obstacles. And many people are not sure how to proceed, how to stay motivated as they tackle these problems. Now, the one big thing that I've learned playing Mega Man is that every boss battle holds an amazing reward if I'm able to beat them. And this often comes in the form of a power-up, a different weapon, and it was just so addictive to get that new power-up for Mega Man to start using it to defeat the other bosses and the other stages. So when you relate this to real life, when you're overcoming obstacles, guess what? You're technically leveling up, gaining new skills, new abilities, and this is helping you proceed, you grow stronger in the game of life. And guess what? The greater the obstacle, the bigger the challenge. If you're able to overcome that, well, your growth is going to go exponential. So you should actually get excited. You know, the greater the challenges means greater the reward. And that's kind of how you can stay motivated, to psych yourself up, you know, for all the challenges, all the things you have to go through in your daily lives. Now, if you're thinking that, yeah, you're going through a lot of obstacles, but you're not actually seeing a lot of growth, it probably means that you haven't yet met the boss. You haven't actually tried to overcome that big challenge just yet. Because in Mega Man, throughout the whole stage is actually quite challenging and you're going to fail a lot of times. But it isn't until you beat the boss that you get the true reward. So getting all the way to the end and beating the boss, that is the skill. That is actually the exponential growth that you're able to bring to your other challenges in life. Now, one of the most fun mechanics in the Mega Man series is that each of these bosses actually have a specific weakness to one of the other boss's weapons. So if you're able to find the right skills, well, those boss battles are going to be so much easier. I remember playing as Mega Man and gaining this water gun ability, and I had to fight this fire boss. Now, when I was fighting without this weapon initially, it was so difficult to overcome him, but once I had the water gun, guess what? It was an absolute breeze because I actually took the time to gain the skill I needed to conquer that next problem there. So use this mentality to real life. Think about all the different areas of your life and slowly divide and conquer. Get all the different abilities that you need and use those abilities to accelerate and to make your path a lot easier by using momentum to get through all the different challenges and obstacles in life. Now, I don't mean to make this process sound super simple. In fact, it is a grind. It is extremely difficult to defeat these boss battles, and the same with life. It is going to take a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of discipline to get through them. You know, in all these Mega Man boss battles, when you first encounter them, you are absolutely clueless. You don't know their moves, you don't know their powers, and you're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off. But as you continue to make the mistakes, as you continue to lose again and again, you start to figure out the little patterns that the boss had. You start to navigate things a little better, you start to dodge better, attack better, defend better, and this is how you slowly start to see progress. And as you go bit by bit, eventually you're able to overcome this obstacle. And my goodness, let me tell you, the feeling when you're able to overcome a big obstacle through your sheer grit, by your determination, by going at it again and again, is probably one of the best feelings in the world. Let me tell you that. So really, all I'm saying is don't shy away from the problems. Look at every single obstacle you have in life as a little puzzle and try to strategize, determine what do you need to do to overcome it. You know, whether it may be finances, relationships, your fitness, you know, try to determine what it is that you need to fix and come up with a plan on how to do it. And then you have to execute that plan by trying it out, by strategizing, by failing, winning. And eventually, as you do this again and again and again, you're going to get good enough that you're able to overcome it and eventually maybe even complete the task without skipping a beat. And bit by bit, you're going to inch closer and closer to getting that boss's health down, and eventually you're going to overcome it and you're going to come out victorious, you know. So just keep at it, you know, don't give up. Because really, we have to accept it that life is extremely challenging. There's just so many problems, so many things to think about, and people are often overwhelmed. So you have to actually shift your mindset, look at things with a different lens. And hence, I want to help do that by giving you video gaming terms, because guess what? People love video games for a reason. Even though it's really difficult, even though it can be frustrating, people love trying to beat video games. And the reason for that is because overcoming that challenge, actually being able to go again and again and again and actually get good at it, is something that is so rewarding. So just apply that same mentality to real life, how you approach all the obstacles. Mega Man was one of my first childhood games that really taught this, taught me that by practicing, by learning, eventually, no matter how hard the challenge, I will be able to beat it. As long as I keep at it, as long as I keep strategizing, keep learning, eventually I'll be able to overcome it and reap all the rewards. So to summarize the main points, whenever you're approaching a problem, an obstacle in life, think about it like a video game, and think about it that on the other side of this obstacle, on the other side of this boss battle, there is a huge reward. There's ability, a skill just waiting for you to claim it, but you have to put in the work to overcome it. And how do you actually do this? It's by strategizing, by practicing, by failing, going at it again and again and again. And eventually, once you overcome it, you would have gained this huge skill that you can then use as momentum to help propel you and actually overcome the next problem. Now remember, again, life isn't easy and it's just a series of problems, you know, and a lot of people get discouraged because it's tough, you know. Let's not sugarcoat it, it is tough. But think about it, if life was a game, isn't it way more fun to actually play it and win the game? You know, yeah, I know some people are gonna argue you play games for fun, but you know what's more fun than just playing the game? Actually winning and beating the game. And that's what I want you to do. So that's about it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you got some value from watching this, and if not, maybe you were entertained or you were able to gain a new perspective on how to start approaching all your future obstacles in life. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Remember, I'm just a regular dude who really loves video games, and I want to educate people, to get people excited about self-growth, finances, investing, whatever it may be, to really succeed in life. So again, thank you again so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the very next one. Take care. Peace.